Very good afternoon, good evening, wherever we are in the world. Welcome one and all TBCians to the daily broadcast that I am making for the benefit and the sharing to our community. We are now about a week after the close of the redeeming period, and we are full steam ahead, going ahead with the migration uh, from the old TBC wallet of TBC 004 to the new wallet of TBC 009. And we are pleased that it has been reported that the new blockchain of the new wallet, TBC 009, has been able to handle over 100,000 transactions per minute. This is very, very phenomenal for a young company like TBC, which is only 2 years old, going into three. Uh, the blockchain that TBC now uses and possess is a generic one. It has been purposefully designed and created for the sole and only purpose of serving TBC community. And we are happy to say that the new wallet blockchain is the third fastest blockchain that is on the internet space. And it is only behind the blockchain of Master and Visa card. So this is indeed an achievement to be proud of. And to make this known to we, the broadcasters of the TBC 24/7 network, we are proud to pronounce and announce that broadcasting is our cornerstone. And broadcasting is the tool that we are going to fully exploit, fully implement, and fully employ towards the furthering expansion and the education of the TBC program. Now, there are a lot of perks. There are a lot of benefits for broadcasters. And for broadcasters, starting from the 16th of June, we would get a full TBC coin for $100 purchase uh, if we make it as a broadcaster. The non-broadcasters, though they may pay $100, they would not get a full TBC coin anymore. This is because admin has recognized and admin wants to reward the commitment and the effort of broadcasters. Now, because of this special privilege and this reward system, we are sure that many more broadcasters would come in, and we anticipate to see hundreds of thousands of broadcasters within the next few months, and probably moving into the new year of 2019, we should be able to step up to uh, even close to near 500,000 of broadcasters on the 24/7 broadcast the niche. Now, this will be the first step towards setting up of the Hydra effect network that admin has envisioned. We talked about this sometime last week, immediately after the 16th of June. And Randy Wilson, the voice of TBC, he elaborated on it to say that, just as the Hydra has many, many heads, which are very potent and very effective, and it is difficult to destroy a Hydra. In the same manner, if we have a global network based on the principle of the Hydra effect, we would have many leaders, hundreds of thousands of leaders, strategically located in the countries spread out all over the world, and we would be truly able to expand and to also to play the prospects and the power of TBC. And just this morning, I was reading some update. I have not yet verified whether this is authentic or whether this is definitely coming true. But I have read that there is a third party international group of merchants that is already trying to set up their network, working hand in hand with the TBC community over many countries in the world today. Again, as I said, I cannot confirm this, but it was a posting that I've seen. But then again, this is something that we should be able to look towards and work towards too. So, of course, there are many news that comes out. Some may be true, some may not yet be true, but they may be in the making. Now, we want to talk about the effects of people in TBC. A moment ago, I spoke about the positive effect. The positive effect of people who believes in the vision and the mission of TBC. They are the one who wants to go out and promote TBC as an alternate uh, form of legal tender, as an alternate form of commercial transaction uh, um, tender. And we see that these are the people who really want to move away from the fiat system and to be able to create wealth, abundant wealth for themselves as well as for others, and also to overcome the threat of currency failure. As of today, we know that in many countries, uh, the currencies of the countries are failing. And also in the crypto market, the elites have somehow been able to corner the crypto market, which is not supposed to be governed by any government, not supposed to be controlled by any global powers, but somehow they have managed to uh, what you call that round up the control of Bitcoin, and they have been pushing down Bitcoin over the last 2 months. And up to yesterday and today, Bitcoin is in its lowest at around $6,000. Now, these are the negative side of the crypto uh, market. Now, coming back to TBC, we too have our fair share of negative people. Of course, there are the trolls, there are the people who come and hack, and they will come and throw all kinds of spana into the work, trying to negate the good news, the good work that TBC admin has been rolling out. Now, some of them can be trolls, some of them can be hackers, but unfortunately, the world is such that it is made up of all kinds of people. We have people who are optimists, and there are people who are pessimists. Now, on the negative side of it, there are quite a number of pessimists within the TBC community. And this can't be avoided because that is how the nature of mankind is. Even within a same family, we have people who are negatives, people who are positives within our own family members. And that's where we have a lot of conflicts within the family. Similarly, TBC is a big family. It stretches worldwide, and we have different cultures, different groups of people, different beliefs, different languages, different value systems. And of course, there are people who are positive and there are people who are negative. Now, when a group of negative people, especially when they come out onto the social media, like Twitter, like Facebook, like Telegram, and they begin to talk about any issues. They begin to start questioning why this is not like that, why this is not like this, and why there is delay, why the promise has been made months ago, years ago, and nothing is coming out. Now they have blown this out of proportion, and they have made it into such a big issue among themselves that they have influenced themselves to turn to think negatively, and ultimately these have become a negative effect to a certain group of people. Uh, if we have such misgiving, if we have questions, if we have unanswered questions, the best place to look for is to contact the top leaders. These are very visible. The top leaders of TBC in the international level, they are very visible, and we can contact them, which I have also been doing. I have contacted my own national leader. I've contacted other national leaders by Facebook, by Telegram, and whatnot, and even by email. And I have posed them questions, and all of them have been always been very helpful, and they try to answer our questions and give us a solution to whatever that we are encountering. So this is what we are looking at. Try not to be negative. Be positive in yourself. Be positive in what you do. Be positive in your attitude towards the leaders. Be positive in your attitude towards TBC. Now we have migrated a lot of people, and for those who have migrated, the back office is more efficient in the coin movement, and you would notice that your coins in the old wallet has now all been transferred to the new wallet, and it is no more in terms of euro. It is no more anchored on the value of the euro, but now it is based on the value of a grain of gold for each individual TBC member. And we have also seen that when we begin to transfer uh, our coins from one account to another, it is becoming more and more easy. You don't have to work out the rates, as it were. In the past, we have to work out what fraction, 0.000 something of a BTC to make sure that our transaction is correct. Now it is easy, very, very easy. And all you have to do is there is a drop down button. Instead of sending in terms of coins, we can send in terms of US dollars. And that makes things very, very easy. And you don't make mistakes. If it is $100, you just type in $100. If it is 200, type in 200. If it is 1,000, type in 1,000. Okay? And just click send. It's as easy as that. So it is so easy, and even the less skilled TBC member can use this blockchain. Now, in the block, the billion coin .info, there was a write up for the TBC 004 wallet some months ago, and it was clearly stated that members must not be negative, and members must not post negative comments on social media. Whenever such deed is done, whenever somebody posts negative comments, it is considered a form of discounting and it is definitely not allowed. The penalty to continue negative comments against TBC would be that admin will reserve the right to switch off the send button of the one who is commenting negatively for a period of time. So members are reminded to read and to understand all the terms and the condition of TBC membership. And if the prospective members who is exploring, who is seeking and searching and reading the back, the website, feel that they cannot accept all the terms and conditions uh, that TBC has already laid down, these prospective members are advised not to join so that they would not be disappointed and so they would not be a negative impact to themselves as well as to the community at large. Again, if we look at the questionnaires, the 10 questions that we need to uh, read and answer, this was for the purpose of ascertaining to ensure that all members know the concept and the vision of TBC. So let us read what is this that has been uh, posed as question 10, the final question that we need to answer in the migration exercise. It says, this again was quoted from the blog. TBC members are not allowed to be negative about TBC in public, such as making a negative Facebook post or comment on any social media. This is also a form of discounting the TBC currency. When a member is caught doing such things, other members will report it to admin and your send button will be turned off for a period of time. We are creating wealth at hyperspeed for all our members, and we will not allow abuse. If you do not like our policy and terms and conditions for our private currency, also known as our rules, please don't join us. So this is the condition that was stipulated in the TBC 004 wallet for you to agree or not to agree. If you do not agree, you cannot migrate. If you agree, then you are set to migrate. And once you have agreed, you have to abide by the rules. So therefore, let us remind ourselves that any negativity in the Facebook that is posted by us, it will jeopardize your position. It will jeopardize the value of the TBC currency. It will also bring harm to the whole TBC community. Such people should never continue to do this practice, but instead they should bring up the issues with their leaders so that it has an opportunity of becoming resolved for you and the community. This is a responsibility that all members must understand and have. We have to remain positive on what we are doing. We are doing something that is so unusual in the world, and people do not understand it as yet. But give them time and give them exposure and education, they will come to understand us and they would want to join us. Let us see that the world as large. There are already enough negativity in the world, politically speaking, socially speaking, religiously speaking, culturally speaking. Excuse me. Now, there are already a lot of negativity, and there are a lot of insults, there are a lot of hurts, there are a lot of malicious action and attacks that is taking place in the world. Let us keep this from coming into our community. Keep this away. Keep it to the minimum. so that we are not amplifying these things. This is because we are doing something positive and we must maintain a positive state of mind. Even when something occasionally happens, like a roadblock or an anticipated event that does not take place when we want it to, we have to look at the good that we are doing. Remember what TBC is doing has never been done before globally and never been done by anyone else. There is no set pattern, there is no design that has already been laid down for anyone to follow. So therefore, we too have no known roadmaps that we can navigate. There is no known well-trodden road that we can walk on and follow. TBC's concept is entirely new. It is very noble, it is very generous, with the vision of overcoming global poverty and with the vision of enriching the poor in the world. There is an equal opportunity provided for everyone, whether rich or poor, whether educated or not, whether young and old. There is equal opportunity as that has been planned and laid out for one and all. All we have to do is reach out and take it and to run with it. It is also encouraging for this moment to see that national leaders have risen up to take leadership and they have taken it upon themselves to educate the masses in their own countries to see it through and to bring about the fulfilling of the vision of TBC and also to be able to participate and to build it for themselves. It is truly a encouraging thing to see that many national leaders in different countries are so innovative, so proactive that they are doing many events on a national scale to promote, to educate, and to expand the TBC program among their own nationalities. Now, therefore, let us keep the negativities down so as not to undermine ourselves and our future. Be positive. And if there are issues of concern, bring it up to one of the leaders to see if we can resolve it. Another appropriate and easy avenue is to bring up issues during the send button meetings where space is allowed for, in the chat box and members can post questions in it. The leaders sitting on the panel during the send button meeting, they will be able to give us the appropriate answers and solutions to any problem that we may encounter. Now, if they can't, they have direct access to admin and they will be able to tap admin for the answers and they will provide it to us in the next meeting. So we have already covered the problem and the importance of negativity and also the need and our priority to squash rumors, to remove negativity from our sphere. Let us look at another topic. And this is a big question that many people have been asking, and many of the trolls and hackers have been asking. What is TBC and why is TBC confidential? So to get this answer, you would need to attend the TBC send button. And of course, there are already posting as to why TBC is confidential and why the identity of admin is intentionally kept as anonymous. If you want to know more, again, if we can attend the TBC button, that is where information is dispense out. These are things that we do not want to talk about in public. These are things which are exclusive to the members and exclusive to send button meetings. So these are family matters. These are family rules. We don't want to share it with the public who are not family members, who would not understand our value and who would not understand our culture. Even the magic word that you get if you are attending the meeting, this is also a confidential word, and therefore it should not be shared with people who are not qualified to attend the send button meeting. Therefore, if we want to talk about any confidential things, the send button platform is the closed door meeting where all these can be discussed. Once again, we want to reiterate that whatever transact in the send button meeting is confidential and it is not meant for public consumption. Over the period of 2 years, of the last 2 years, the world is curious about the identity of the admin. Do we really want to need to know his identity? We just need to accept that he wants to be identified as Chris Kringle. Of course, there are some naysayers who are trying to attack admin, who have been doing their best to try to tear down the credibility of admin for the last 2 years. And they are accusing that TBC is a scam, and they're accusing TBC of all kinds of unkind and false accusation. Let us be truthful. Even in many other crypto programs, where either the admin is known as certain individuals or their names and pictures are being posted, nearly a large number of them either fail or turn out to be scams, all out to cheat people of their money. This is the truth. This is the established fact. Okay? Some so many even put up very nice and elaborate websites, well designed and attractive, and look as if they are going for the long haul. Some actually run for 3 to 4 months, some even to 6 months. But if they have already wanted to scam and are frauds from the beginning, they can and will cheat their people of their money. So they would just wait their time for 3 to 6 months when people build their confidence and many are jumping in. And then finally, when they see that they have already got what they want in their hand, then they will create a problem that will slow down the payment, and suddenly they will disappear from the scene. Personally, we have experienced, we have gone through, we have seen too many of these frauds and scammers that have collected tens of millions of dollars within months and they have disappeared. Personally speaking, I have also been caught in this and I have also lost huge sum of money. But as far as TBC is concerned, we have been looking at it, we have been believing it, and we have been collectively moving it. We have already been affirmed, we have been told, and we have been affirmed that admin do not collect all the money from the members. All that admin collect from the members of TBC is only $10 as maintaining fees for the website. And that is also for a one-time payment, which entitles us to a lifetime uh, membership. Now, the $10 collected go towards the paying of the support staff, the engineering staff, the support staff that answers our tickets, our queries, and other overheads like hosting, rental, electricity, utility costs, and all that. In fact, we know that the admin fees of $10 collected from all the members do not even meet the running costs just to maintain the website and the salaries of the staff. So it clearly tells us that admin is not here to scam us. Admin is not here to make money from us because all the transactions that has been designed, that has been put into operation for TBC is peer-to-peer transaction. Now we are doing something positive here. Let us keep our positive thinking cap on. Another thing is people are talking about our blockchain. Now we do not need to talk about that. We have our very own blockchain that is solely designed and tailor-made for our concept. And we are actively upgrading it through the migration exercise that we are doing for this 3 months period. We need to contact our members through the leads that admin has supplied to the broadcaster so as to be able to help reach out to some of the dormant members and to help them through the process of migration. If people were to ask about our blockchain, invite them to join us and experience the fast and efficient function that it has. Things that we have discussed in the send button remains confidential, but we can show them what is in the website. When we are doing transaction, there are some limitations that we must be aware of. We are not restricted to do large transaction, except that we must be prepared and ready to show some paperwork to back up the transactions. Now, the limits of transaction now has been increased to $1,000. Anything from 1,000 and above, we would need to provide backup paperwork to prove the transaction that has been done is at arm's length. So if we fail to convince the commissioner, then we run the risk of having our send button turned off. So what it means is you must first submit an email to the commissioner at the billioncoin.info beforehand to inform him and get clearance before the transaction is made. Send your documentation ahead of time. That way, you will not risk your send button being turned off. If a transaction for $1,000 is made, this would also attract the attention of the commissioner, and he would want to check for the transaction papers. Or if someone does 5 transactions of $1,000 in a day, the commissioner will also contact you for documentations. These limitations are there not to hinder us, but to protect us. It is not that we cannot do the transaction. All that admin wants of us is be aware of precautions to take. It is to safeguard that your send button will not be turned off. It also applies for verification if there are transactions of over $1,000. You should make documentations, uh, keep records, take photographs, keep print screen to prove your transaction of payment made, etc. If you send information to the commissioner to inform him, he will not be giving you a reply because the commissioner is quite a busy position or chair that he is sitting on. You can go ahead and do a transaction, but be ready to give a reply after the transaction is done. All right. So we have covered quite a lot on the what the obligations and the requirements that TBC membership entails and require of us. Now, If there are questions, we would be happy to look at them. We would be happy to help you, and we would be happy to uh, see how we can get the answers for you. If I can't answer you at this time, I will give you an answer after I have looked for it, or after I have consulted with my fellow leaders, and then we would be able to answer you. Now, before I close, just a friendly reminder that the cruise competition is still on. The Caribbean cruise for March of 2019. This is where the TBC community will be getting together for their annual meet, and this time it will be on the Caribbean cruise. Now, TBC has started a competition among the members to do their recruitment. If the top two recruiters of new members who have paid their $10 admin fees will qualify for 2 free tickets, which would enable them to share the suite with Randy Wilson, the voice of TBC. The suite would have 3 rooms, and they would have a butler at hand to serve the occupants of the 3 rooms. So the top two recruiters will win the free ticket, and they would be able to enjoy the cruise at the free of charge, and be able to enjoy the services of the butler and the friendly atmosphere in the ship, in the cruise ship, with all the other members of the TBC family. That will be a thing that we should all look forward to. And well, if you don't win the first 2 free tickets, you can always pay for it from what you earn in the TBC community. So let us do what we can, and let us um, educate ourselves, keep ourselves abreast, so that we'll be current in the wisdom and the understanding of the progress of TBC and the philosophy of TBC. And let us also help those who are younger, those who are in need, so that we would be on the same page with everyone, and we would be able to move forward as a family, and we would be able to prosper, we would be able to enjoy everything together. So that's all from me for today. I will see you again tomorrow. So take care, and God bless you. Bye bye.